Good morning, children. So let's start a very important chapter, and this chapter is all about very important natural resources, and that natural resource is nothing but water. Okay, so we'll start chapter number 12, water. So in this chapter, children, you are going to identify the different sources of water, means from where do we get water. Okay, and you will understand what is water cycle, right? You will also understand what are the importance of the fresh water and how can we save the water, right? So water is an important natural resource, one of our basic needs, don't you think so? So one of our basic need is water, isn't it? All living things, human, animals and plants, they need it. When people started settling down, what does that mean? Initially, when we were, very ancient people, they never used to stay at one place. They were nomadic, means they used to just move wherever they used to get food. They used to just move in search of the food. Then after some time they started settling down. Now they decided that now why should we move every day? Why shouldn't we just settle down at one place? Okay, so they looked for places close to water. Thus, the first village around the world were built near rivers. The first village around the world were built near rivers. Now find out which river or lake supplies water to your city or town. So children, you have to ask your parent that, because everybody gets water in their home. So how do they get water? Where do they get water from? Right? Like those who are living close to that lake, they get water from that lake, like Gorewada Lake, Ambazari Lake. So these are the different lakes. So where do you get water from? So you just ask your parent which lake they get water from. Okay, now where is water found? Now this is a very important question. Where is water found? Right? So water is found in three different forms. Okay, like whatever water is there in your fridge is in liquid form. Water which is there in the freezer, it turns into ice. Okay, so ice and snow is nothing but water only, but in the solid form, right? So ice is the solid form, and when you boil water, half of the water disappears in the form of water vapors. Water vapor is the gaseous form, right? So there are three forms. So water is found in three different forms: on high mountain tops and places where it is very cold. Water is found in the solid state as snow and ice. Okay, so where do you find the water in the solid form? Water is found in the solid form on the high mountain tops and places where it is very cold. Water is present in its solid form as snow and ice. Okay, in rivers, lakes, ponds and oceans, it is present in its liquid forms as water. So where do you find the water in the liquid form? In rivers, lakes, ponds and oceans. Water is present in the liquid form, right? And what is the liquid form? Water, right? What is the solid form? What is the solid form? Solid form, solid state. So this is the solid state. And what is the solid state? Snow and ice. Okay, so you find river, in river, lakes and ponds and oceans, you find the water in the liquid state as water. Although we do not often see water in the form of gas. We can't see the gas, no, but sometimes you are able to see, children. No, when you take a cup of boiled water, just take a cup of boiled water and keep it in front of you, and then you have to be really careful You don't touch it, but you have to be very, very alert. You have to see whether, the water vapors are moving up or not. So you will say the water vapors are going up. Yeah, so you'll see water vapors, right? So when it is very, very hot, water from the rivers, lakes, ponds and oceans evaporates. Evaporates means they turn into vapor form, they turn into gaseous form, right? And they are called as water vapor. So what is the another form? Gaseous form, in the form of gas, right? And they form the cloud. So what happens when it is too hot in the sun? So wherever water present, like in the sea, in the ocean, in the river, in the pond, in the lake, all that water, they start turning into the vapors because of the heat of the sun. Okay, the water turns into vapors and they slowly move up. Okay, they slowly move up and they go up, up, up and they form the cloud. Okay, children. So, clouds are made up of tiny droplets of water and that are formed on the cooling of water vapors. Now, cloud is not vapor. Cooling of water vapor forms the cloud. As soon as the water vapors, they move up, 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 they can't remain in the form of vapor for long time, because in the atmosphere there is air also. So that air, they cool down those water vapors, and when you cool the water vapors, it turns into water droplets. But those water droplets, they together they form the cloud, right? So the cloud is nothing but the water droplets. So those water droplets which were coming from the river in the form of vapors, they together combine and form the water droplets in the form of clouds. Okay, so they form the cloud, right? So today, now we learnt that water is present in the three different forms. So what are the three different forms? The first form is the solid state. Yeah, it is the solid state. Second one is the liquid state, and state means form. And the third one is the gaseous state. Okay, children. So here we learnt. Okay, so now we learnt about the water, and there are three different states. So water is present in the solid state in the form of ice and snow. It is present in the liquid state, and where it is present in the river, lake, pond and oceans in the form of water. And when water gets heated up, it turns into the gaseous form, right? Gaseous form means in the form of gas, and they are called as water vapors. So solid state is ice and snow, liquid state is water, and gaseous state is water vapors, right? Now look at the pictures given below, and these pictures will tell you where all the water is stored on the surface of earth. So this is a glacier. You can see glacier is nothing but the mountains of the ice. Okay, the ice, can you see the mountain? It's a big mountain and they are made up of ice. Now this is the ocean. Ocean, you see the water over there, and river, you see water in the river. So there are more that we are going to learn. Then where do you see water? You also see water in the lake. Yes, this is the lake, right? And then you find water in the form of a swamp. So this is a swamp, right? And then also you find water in the pond. Okay, children, so this is the pond, right? So let's move ahead. Water droplets in clouds join and become large and fall on the earth as rain. I explained you how water vapor turned into, it forms the cloud, and the cloud is the water droplets after cooling down of water vapors. So those water vapors, when they cool down, they form the cloud, right? So when they become too large, the cloud is unable to hold the weight of the water droplet, then it falls down in the form of rain. Water found on the surface of the land is called surface water. Okay. Okay. So, water found on the surface of land is called surface water. Children, please underline. Water found on the surface of land is called surface water. And what are the examples of surface water? They are streams, lakes, ponds and stream, ponds and lakes, which are very important for us because we get all the fresh water from stream, ponds and lake. Can we drink the water of the sea? No, because they're very salty, right? So we need fresh water. There are two types of water. So whether it is fresh water or it is saline water. Saline water where it is salt. Okay, salty water. So in the stream, in the lake and the ponds, the water is not salty, right? They are fresh water. That is why they are called potable water or fresh water. Okay. So they are very important for us. Now, the water from rain and snow that seeps. Seeps means it percolates down, trickles down, seeps down. If you pour water onto the soil, water disappears. Where does water go? It goes down underneath the earth. Okay, so it goes underground, right? So, water from the rain and snow that seeps into the earth are called underground water, right? When it rains, most of the water it goes down, right? So it is called underground water. So you can dig in many places and find a fresh water supply, drinkable water underneath the earth. So the people who do not have like the the connections given by the municipality, so what do they do? They get their own well. So they dig their well, they make the bow wells. So this bow well and that well, what are they? What are the people doing? People are digging up. Yeah. So they dig the they dig the earth and they get the underground water. Right. So those underground water, they are very fresh water. They are drinkable water. Right. So water can be even found in a desert, but it requires a special skill to find it there. So you find water, right? So those drinkable water is found in the underground. So there are two types of water. Different types of water are there. The two types of water are surface water or underground water. What are the surface water? Surface water which are found on the surface of the earth, and they are called, and what are those? They are stream water, lake water and pond water. And what is the underground water? Well, right? And also the bore well, when you do it, it is underground. Yeah. So when you dig in, you get the water. So you also find water in swamp. So children, swamp and marsh, these are the two topics which are actually not to be discussed in very detail, right? So you just have to remember the swamp or marsh will not be asked in the exam as well. Okay, so you have to just learn about the lake, you have to learn about the all the water which are found in stream, lakes and ponds, and a little bit of underground water. You don't have to study about the swamp, and you don't have to do that, and also the marshes. Okay, so please don't do that. And these are the marshes that you should know that what is a marsh, what is a swamp, right? Only the marsh and the swamp as a term can be discussed, right? So but it won't be asked in the exam, so we don't do, you can read it, but it won't be asked in the exams, right children?